as I have loved you. When it's Jesus, more easy commandments to follow, right? This last week, I was on retreat, hour north of Chicago. There's a seminary over there, underlying seminary, called Our Lady of the Lake. They have this huge lake, this beautiful forest area. You can walk around about 3 miles long in this big circle and walk around the lake. It was a very peaceful time. I don't know what to speak to my heart. It reminded me of why I was a priest, his beloved son. I really heard him speaking to me in a strong way to be confident how much he's present in my life, always. And we heard in that second reading today of, I will be with you, you will be with me in the heavens, but even now, be confident in that. Do not doubt that. Really trust in Jesus saying, if you follow my commandments, if you live in my love, I and the Father will make our dwelling within you. It won't just be you who live. In situations in life where you're called to love those around you who you don't get along with. Maybe people who totally stand for something, like they just stand for something or doing things that you don't even stand for. You just find it hard to believe the things that they're doing or believe. But the Lord will give you that grace to see them as He sees them. Not just the bad choices or decisions they're making, but to really see them as beloved children of God. Or that potential they have to be children of God. For us as well, not to get caught up in our sinfulness, some of those little sins that bother us, but to really see ourselves, to really see Christ dwelling within us. Our potential to be Christ if we open ourselves up to His grace. It's easy to not be aware of that. You know, the one thing of being on this retreat is why even once you're walking around the lake, it's a beautiful area, just being aware of all the beautiful nature, the animals, the fish, and everything. But, you know, my first few days there, I was kind of just got out of rush hour traffic and kind of going like, oh man, gosh. Or just, you know, kind of relaxing. My mind was a little bit thinking about things in the past, and what do I got to do in the future. But the more I settled down, the more I just was living in the present, open and aware of what was going on around me. You know, a peace settled. And not only that, just give you an image of what it means to be aware. And just aware of God dwelling within us, but just even in that out there in nature. There's one day when I was sitting by the lake, just kind of observing what's going on. Just not really thinking, just kind of being. Just being there. Not worrying about what am I going to do tomorrow. It was a blessed time just to live in the beauty of God's creation, just to really kind of ponder how He's with me, guiding me. What is God want me to focus on? What are the important things in life? And also I was aware of, just kind of looking out at the lake, and I kind of looked down and I was aware of, there's all these fish in the water. It was like, oh, it was a neat thing. It was a small thing, but it kind of struck me. God, the Holy Spirit kind of struck me. He said, just as you're aware of, becoming more and more aware of all these things on the lake and around you, the birds, I've always been with you too. But it wasn't until I just started living in the moment of really entering into prayer, asking Christ to reveal to me how He's present. And all of a sudden I became more aware. Well, it wasn't as if I wasn't with God before, and now all of a sudden I was with God. God had been present to me all that time. And all of a sudden I was becoming more aware of that fact. More aware of that truth. That just as I'm standing on this floor right now, it's supporting me. That God is truly supporting us on this. Remember last week, this gospel was from John chapter 10. The good shepherd, my sheep will know my voice. I know them, they will follow me. The Father has given me my sheep, that's us. Nothing can take them out of my hands. Nothing is greater than the Father. Nothing can take you away from me. If you remain in that fact, if you believe that I'm truly with you, nothing can take you away from me. So the Lord is wanting to be confident, and that's what the Lord wants us all to be confident in, that belief. That we get distracted from that, don't we, in life? That's what the enemy wants. He wants us to be distracted, forget who we are, that God is with us. So nothing can take us from the hands of God if we remain focused on that. Even in hard moments in life, even in suffering, bad health, persecution. That's what the disciples were able to do, Paul or Barnabas. Even when people were putting them in prison or stoning them or trying to kill them for preaching the word, that they remain focused on that fact Jesus is with us. We're not speaking our own words, the Father's words. Jesus said, I'm never alone. The Father knows with me. The Holy Spirit can help teach us how to become more witnesses when we live our faith, when we focus on Christ. So often we get focused on the little details of life. How am I supposed to do this? Or how am I supposed to do that? But we remain united in the Lord. He's our first focus. It's funny how things tend to fall into place. That inspiration of the Holy Spirit teaches us how to do that. How to respond to others or love others who are hard to love. Or engage with other people who we don't see eye to eye with. The Holy Spirit can lead us how to do that. So often we think other people are our enemy, and when it's really the evil one. He wants to cause that seeds division, tension, conflict. But when God's our focus, He can teach us how to interact and give us that grace, that authority, that guidance of the Holy Spirit, that Spirit of truth. How to remain in His love, how to go through life with a peace, with a confidence that He's with us. So brothers and sisters, as we continue this week, how we remind ourselves of that fact. The Lord truly is with us. Every Mass, at least 3 times the priest says, the Lord be with you. That's not just like a, hey, how are you doing? No, the Lord is with you. The Lord be with you. Remember that. You respond to me with your spirit. That is as if you're saying to me, Father, be that priest, be that Christ. You've been ordained. Remind us of who we are. Lead us in worship in Jesus. Just allow ourselves to be filled with that divine grace of Christ so we can have that joy, or that joy that Christ wants us to be filled with. To know that He's with us. The Lord truly is with us. We come today to receive Him in communion. Ask for that grace to be more aware of that fact, and how He's present to us in our daily lives. Not just at Mass, not just in prayer, but always. To help keep our minds focused on that. That's what will give us that grace to love one another, to be that sign and witness of His love in the world.